somewhere.
Sat in the corner and then let it play. I'm like, these people are getting like 35K, 120K like hits for nothing. They're not doing nothing. And we're doing all this work for these people, putting this stuff out, not even seeing nothing like that.
Guys, we're struggling for y'all.
Struggling for these people, man. Shoot.
Get y'all some quality content.
Information.
But it's not working now.
You know, we have to do
gotta change gears, guys.
We gotta switch gears and do dirty now. Do it dirty. Because it seems like that's what people want. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what do y'all want, man?
What do y'all want?
Y'all, what do y'all want, man?
Exactly.
Let's for real. You know, it's King D Money.
TTMT.
You know, guys, on the D&D Level Up podcast.
Yes,
sure. Let's get into it, man. What do y'all want? Because obviously, people really like seeing people taking shots, literally.
Shots at people.
at former presidents. Like, for real?
This hasn't happened since the 80s.
Come on, bro.
Since like Ronald Reagan.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. 1981.
Look. Look, y'all.
Yeah.
It's so silly out here, man.
It's crazy,
it's a
bro.
video.
Yeah.
It happened like an hour later.
Really?
Like some black comedian got a bunch of people together at like a track or something like that. And they had little signs up like they were at the real rally. And he was supposed to be Trump.
Oh, what?
Already? It was like an hour later, bro. I was like, yo.
What?
The internet is undefeated. Okay?
Yeah.
The internet's up so much right now.
It's crazy, bro.
Man.
So you know what happened? So basically, literally, he had turned his head and he felt the shot whiz across his thing. And luckily, he was smart enough to get down. But then, you know, when he was pumping his fist, you know that whole pump fist with the blood across his face? That's going to be made into, like, all type of pictures and memes,
Come
bro.
on,
like,
bro.
he knew that. He's like, in his mind, he's like, I got to take advantage of this opportunity. I'm going to be able to pump my fist. Let me do it. Like, I survived.
Talk about turning lemons into lemonade, bro.
Smart, though, right? Smart. Because I was, like, thinking, he's like, you know what? I gotta juice this right now. Like,
come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be afraid. Let me juice this right now. Put his hands up and pump the fist like in the Black Panther in the Olympics, the 60s Olympics. Did the thing like it's iconic? He's gonna be like he's got the blood on his face. They're gonna make like pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna put that on everything. He's gonna like, yes, I survived assassination.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
The genius of it all. If it is,
I mean, he survived.
He survived. If he set this up, though.
Yeah.
It is genius.
It is genius.
The problem is
the
problem with it being genius though, is that we're gullible enough
to think
to just let it go.
Yeah, exactly.
Like knowing that this was like hold on.
Yeah.
Like guys, we're watching this. I'm watching this this thing unfold, and there's a video of people in the crowd pointing at the gunman on top of the roof. Minutes before.
Yeah, minutes before. You know what? So supposedly one cop. See, this is what supposedly happened, right? So people were like, hey, there's a gunman up on the roof. They were telling the police, and they're like trying to find it, binoculars. They're telling the Secret Service. And then one guy guts up. Then the guy he points like a gun at one of the cops who was looking. He drops because he didn't want to get shot, right? So then they're like, we got to figure out if he's up there or not. So they finally, of course, the guy knows that the cops are onto him, and see, he starts shooting erratically. So that's why he got nervous. He probably would have hit Trump had he was like cool, calm, and collective. But he was under pressure. You know what I'm saying? He was under pressure. So he's like, I'm about to get let me take these people out. So because he was still, they were trying to get him at that point. So when they started seeing, of course, he was serious. Then, of course, Secret Service went and, of course, took him out. And, they probably told Trump, hey, we took him out already. You can put your phone. Because there was a period of time where it was ridiculous because after he got shot and they put him down, you heard the shots fire. Then he came back up again. And, like, you could see his head, like, clearly, like a headshot. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, bro? They must have told me, yo, he's dead. So, you know what I'm saying? He's dead. So, like, yo, you can do whatever.
There are people that are like, man, how do we get these? How do we get these perfect angles of him?
Exactly.
Laying on the ground, full face.
Yeah.
Standing up, full face, perfect. These people taking these pictures.
Yeah.
You guys are the real MVPs, yo.
Yeah.
Because I would have been on the ground.
Out of there.
I'm not taking pictures right now.
First of all, You think about the people behind Trump, bro. Like you can't. There's nowhere to go.
There's people trampling you at this point, taking this picture.
Exactly.
Trying to get out of there.
Taking pictures, though. You got to get this.
This is history.
Pop. You know, it tells me that white people are like have no fear.
Oh my gosh.
They don't have fear, but anybody black they have no fear whatsoever.
I'm gonna tell you my first experience with this situation was I saw it come across my feed and I was like, oh, okay, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I go on the internet and the internet already has somebody like pretending to be Trump.
Yeah.
But when they go down, right, he gets down and then somebody's like pouring a little ketchup on the side.
Put some more.
Put the ketchup back.
I was a little bit more across my face. He probably did. He was like, he probably like this. Oh, his blood. Swipe it across my face. Yeah. Swipe it across my face. Make it look even worse.
Oh God, bro.
Should have put a cross there in blood.
The jokes they have for this, man.
I think it's like
it's not funny that somebody had their life attempted.
Exactly.
But it's like this society now today. You know what I'm saying? This is our. Apparently, this is our entertainment. Apparently,
yeah, exactly.
Because on my feed, it's like it's a complete it's a complete joke because you think you had security would take care of
this beforehand. They're supposed to secure. See, this is the crazy part. They're supposed to, like, Secret Service is supposed to secure. Somebody's going to get fired because Secret Service is supposed to secure any potential threats. So you should be like, okay, somebody should have already been on the roof there.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I just watched one of my favorite movies, White House Down.
Okay.
With Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah. With him as the president? Okay,
with him as the president?
Oh, yeah, okay. That was
bro. So I'm watching that, right? And this is why this doesn't make any sense to me, is why I find it totally hilarious. So I'm watching that, and there's a part in the movie where Jamie Foxx is coming to the White House. He's coming to land, and everybody's going through all the security stuff. There's literally snipers pointed at the White House.
Of course, exactly.
There's snipers pointed at other buildings that might have snipers in it.
It makes sense. That makes most sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That makes the most sense because, like, if you're going to be like, okay, well, we're going to protect the president, where are all the places that I would need to be?
That would happen.
That would happen. I would need to be on the roof to get to him. So I should be on the roof.
I should already cover that spot.
Exactly.
That spot should already be covered.
Exactly.
All right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at these videos of people watching, pointing at the guy on top of the roof. And I'm like, yo.
Why does not come? Somebody's fired.
Somebody's fired. No way. I was like, does he still have Secret Service details? Does he still get that?
You know what? So I'll give you an example.
Like, did he fire him or something?
So guess what? Like, Obama signed. So presidents used to have Secret Service detail up to a certain point.
Yeah.
And then, well, all presidents do, but all past presidents weren't getting Secret Service protection until Obama signed it back into office. That every previous president has to get Secret Service protection. You know what I'm saying? So he signed that back in. So Trump, regardless, and also any person who's like a candidate getting ready for president also gets assigned Secret Service.
Right.
You know, just because, they're a candidate. So he has Secret Service, but who knows the level of Secret Service? Not the presidential Secret Service level. So it might be, you know what I'm saying? There might be levels. It might be the express version.
It's only a couple of them alive. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So it might be the express version.
Express version?
It's not the full version of Secret Service. It's like, okay, we got enough to protect you from what's going on. So it's like, yo, we
like the Walmart neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? It's exactly. It's not the real Walmart Secret Service. It's just like the express
the Oreo Thins version.
Exactly, the Oreo Thins version. Because they're like, we don't really need to be on the roof.
We don't really need to be on the roof.
We got you right here. Everybody loves you.
Everybody loves you. We're at your rally. Come on,
exactly.
Guys.
Nobody's
in the
gonna
middle of the field.
Yeah.
There's only 3 or 4 buildings for us to be on top of, and we're gonna omit them.
Exactly, because why? Because we're Express.
We're Express. Everybody loves you here.
It's the Holiday Inn Express. It's not Holiday Inn.
I'm gonna tell you the next thing that really pissed me off, right, is when I watch the news, and let's say we're in trouble. Let's say there's a black guy in trouble. They're gonna mention his ethnicity.
Oh, of course they will.
They're gonna give his grade, age, what school he went to, everything. And he's gonna have the mug shot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the mug shot. It's not gonna be any of his
you're right.
Any of his pictures in
his normal
school.
Life. His normal life.
Normal life?
Yeah, exactly.
They took pictures of him at school, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And put it on TV.
Yeah, of course. I
was like, that teacher's gonna be pissed.
Exactly.
This would be all type of calls
Thomas
now.
Matthew Crooks, right? 20-year-old dietary aide at a nursing and rehab center. Like, what is he doing with his? He's 20 years old. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
People getting mad over these politics, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, I understand. Mm-hmm. Some things affect you, some things aren't affecting you. Mm-hmm. But most of the people that are this mad, stuff isn't affecting them that bad.
Exactly, bro. It's
ridiculous. like there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in a lot of other cultures. Let's skip cultures, man. It's starting to get to the point. Let's go in a different direction right now for some reason. Okay. It's starting to get to the point where we got no middle class, bro.
It seems that way.
It's either you got it,
or you don't. Yeah,
it's getting tough out here, man.
Yeah, it's getting rough. It's getting rough.
I just passed by a restaurant I went to like 3-4 months ago, closed.
Completely
closed. I had another restaurant that we've been going to for years down here in South Florida. Man, real place. Oh, it's excellent. Soft close.
Really?
You didn't know they closed until Channel 7 said they closed the day that they closed.
Bro, I'm so mad about Sam Ash. Bro, you know what happened?
Ooh, then Sam Ash.
Bro, not even that, though. So on Sam Ash, this guy, one of our peoples, interestingly enough, he goes and waits till Sam Ash opens on Friday at 10 o'clock. The man goes, I'm buying the whole store out. He bought everything out. And he bought it like at 90%.
Ooh.
I was like, gosh damn selfish infidel.
Went there and bought the whole store out,
man. Bought the whole store out. I was like, yo, he want to come in. Man, bought the whole store out. All the guitars on the wall. I want everything.
Ooh.
Bought all of it. And got it like at 90%.
That's a story, though. He's going to be able to tell that everywhere.
That's crazy, bro. And then he has a friend of his who had like some equipment. He sent him a picture of him smiling. I got your stuff. I got your $60, $300, whatever stuff for $3.
Wow.
And he was like, yo, come on.
This is what happens when you got the money, man. You either got it or you don't.
That's what I'm saying. When you have money answereth all things.
Look, but I think money would have got you a real assassination attempt. I mean, like somebody. What I really meant was.
I don't know.
More people to
a real one,
like watch out for you than you had already.
You're a real protection detail.
Like, come on, the police,
the Express,
nobody, the Express,
exactly,
the Express detail, huh?
Secret Service Express.
That night security, huh?
Shout out to Secret Service. Don't go pay us.
Shout out to Secret Service, but night security, you gotta do better, man.
You gotta do better.
Whoever state that was y'all was in.
Exactly.
Look, back to this guy not getting any type of declaration of who he really is. 22-year-old, blah 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 blah. You know, I'm like,
Matthew Cook.
Put it in there, man. 22-year-old white male,
Mr. Cook.
Call it what it is. Stop. You know what I'm saying? If we did something like this,
oh my God,
everything would be told.
Everything would be told. Oh, black male is shot. Tried to shoot President Trump.
Oh my God! Didn't like his mama. Didn't send home treats to people.
Yeah, he treated the dog badly.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't feed the dog.
They tell our whole story if it was us.
Oh my gosh! Oh man, he was a troubled youth. He was troubled.
Yep.
Mr. Cooks was troubled.
My poor Mr. Cooks would have had our mama on there.
Exactly.
Crying.
Exactly.
He just a troubled youth. Good pictures of him raising his hand in class.
Exactly.
What?
He was an A student. He was just troubled. He's disturbed. It's almost the same situation when we had not Sandy Hook, but the place over there at that just got the high school. Was it Marjorie? Stoneman Douglas. So it's Stoneman Douglas over here in Florida, right? I don't know if it's I think it's Stoneman Douglas. But anyhow, that high school, the kid who did all the shooting, right? He actually went to McDonald's to eat afterward. They got him with no incident, no issues, and all of a sudden he's a disturbed child. You know, and they kind of like it was like, oh, we got to use white hand gloves to make sure he does certain things so he's good. We got to protect him because he's really mentally unstable.
There's something wrong with him, and he needs all the care that he can get.
Exactly.
Starting to this is giving me Zimmerman vibes.
Yeah.
Was it the Zimmerman?
Zimmerman.
No, it wasn't Zimmerman. It was the other guy. It was the other kid.
Zimmerman is what you call it. Is the boy with the hoodie.
Yeah. It was the other guy from up north though.
Oh.
They shot up someplace and then went to Burger King.
Really?
And they let him sit there and eat. They took him to Burger King, bro.
What?
I forgot his name, but we'll put his name. I'll put his name in here somewhere, right there. Trouble, bro. I'm like, yo, Trouble. Yeah. We get drug out the car.
Yeah.
Tased.
That's what I'm saying.
All type of craziness.
Yeah.
They took somebody to Burger King, dude.
That's crazy. This is the thing. I think what it is because we have a delineation line where we are perceived as more dangerous. Black men are perceived as more dangerous than most people, and more masculine. Like I think that's the weirdest part because you ever notice like I'm watching this show on Netflix called Valhalla, right? Mm-hmm. It's about Vikings and manly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's no black men in the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's really manly. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they need to have these things to like assuage their like the masculineness because they're so because people who are at a certain level, they're in a Caucasian nation, they're very keen and logical and but they still want to have that man version come out. But I think like they think that all black men are like because when I start looking up the definition of masculinity, like black men come up like masculinity like or toxic masculinity. Actually,
the toxic masculinity
comes in and it actually showcases black men. Like, okay, who's the most aggressive who's aggressive males? Black men are the most aggressive males. They're perceived as very over masculine and toxic masculinity and also like over aggressiveness.
Man, we gotta talk about these.
That's
terms,
like a beast type of situation, like an animal, slave type of mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh, you're so uncontrollable.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Yeah. We can't control you.
Yeah.
And that's toxic masculinity stuff. Yeah. Terms I'm getting tired of. Yeah. Let's go to the terms I'm getting tired of seeing on social media. Yeah. Terms, one term. Toxic masculinity. Yeah. Please cancel this word.
Pronouns.
Man. Cut it out.
I hate them pronouns.
Are we still using that? There are people using that like now, like in serious like periodicals and stuff. Toxic masculinity.
Exactly.
Like, hold on. Not when like I don't know what the stats is, but it's a lot of men in America losing testosterone every year. Yeah, we're losing testosterone, and all type of body size characteristics are going down every year. Yeah, and people are still screaming out toxic masculinity. Where,
bro? It's the weird part about it is like I would feel like we actually get more viewers just saying toxic masculinity. It would just be like blowing out
the toxic masculinity
exactly
pod. Like what?
What?
Come on now. Come on, bro. Cut it out. It's not toxic. And then when you got something to say, you're even more toxic.
Exactly. You can't be normal. It's almost like I'm realizing like the things that used to be normal, they're not normal anymore. Like they're perceived as like a threat now.
Because as soon as you have something to say intelligently, or you express an emotion that they already expressed, you're the toxic one.
Of course, exactly.
You were the catalyst for this whole situation. Yeah. They're saying that they can be as blunt and toxic as they want to be, but as soon as you put something in the mix that matches some of that, now you're the toxic guy.
Exactly. It's almost like every MTV show that used to come on with the Real World. Every black guy was the angry black man.
Man,
so I feel like they were trying to do things to make the guy.
That's angry. My next thing, bro. These shows are really like
they're skewed.
They're going really, really sideways, and people have been watching this for years. And I'm like, how do you sit down and watch people act an entire fool, bro?
Yeah.
Like not have no regard for nobody else. Yeah. And then it's like, for me, whatever you watch, you soaking in.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's in you now.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna come out somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's in you. It's gonna come out of you.
Okay. Eventually. So you want to know where this toxic masculinity is coming from? It's these shows that y'all watching where y'all letting people act. Yeah. This ain't their real life. Yeah. This ain't how they really act.
They're not telling you the real story.
No.
Because it'll be boring.
And then we take it for truth.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then we go around and be like, oh, this guy ain't nothing. That guy ain't nothing. Exactly. Black men ain't nothing.
Exactly.
Like, that's because your examples that you're watching are horrible.
Horrible.
You're not going to go find good examples.
Exactly. Then, and you just start analyzing things. Like, even when I saw Bad Boys, right, for Life, like his son is trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Like your black son, your son mixed with a witch or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Tries to kill you.
Then we gotta have kids with witches.
Exactly. We gotta have
that
kids
want to kill us.
Exactly. And then I saw, bro, and that was so weird. Like I was looking at the Lincoln Lawyer, right? The Lincoln Lawyer has two black characters who are main. One is a judge. He's gay. Then then the girl that's driving the main character around, she's gay. And like, there's no black men in sight. The only black guy who's in sight that's there is an angry black man because he's working with the main character and he's black, but he's a detective and he's always angry. Always angry.
Always after him, right?
Always after him, always angry with everybody. Never happy. Never smiling, never nothing. Always angry. So the one black man that's in there is toxic masculinity.
Look, guys, I need some representation. Y'all want to put something on TV? Yeah. Put a stern black man that has good intentions for whatever's going on.
Good
TV,
intentions.
Man. Good intentions, not just out there doing crazy. Yeah. And then stop putting us in these fool roles.
Comedy stuff.
Y'all start looking at this stuff, man.
Yeah,
start looking at what y'all watching.
Yeah.
Everybody that represent, some of the people that represent you are just put in the worst light.
Exactly.
Or not a light that's strong.
Yeah.
And showing a positive view of you.
Exactly.
I know it seems like we're talking like,
we're just rambling.
We're talking like 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
80s, 90s sitcom
dads. Yeah, exactly.
But there are people that are like that, man. And that's the reason why we got so many boys out here trying to do so many other things.
Yeah.
And you're wondering like why you can't find a good guy because we're not raising good guys.
We're not raising good guys. We're not creating good men.
Tell me you are, and I'll tell you. Show me that you are.
Yeah.
The only way to show me that you are is for you to raise a good guy.
Exactly.
And to have him have good examples.
Exactly. And then that we're in this society, we're like saying, oh well, we don't have like older women like counseling younger women, or younger women don't even want to hear what older women have to say and be like or either the same way. Oh, like they had this thing with Julio Fulio. They're like, well, how can we stop all this violence? You know what I'm saying? He said, well, I think the OGs should go and tell, the younger generation, like how to do and how to be a certain type of way. But the younger generation, like, they ain't trying to hear you. They don't want to listen to them.
Look, because the playing field, for me, and I see where you're going with this, the playing field has been leveled.
Yeah.
We've called it level.
Yeah.
Because if you make as much money as an older dude,
exactly.
Why listen to him?
Why listen to him? I'm just making as much money as you.
It's like I make as much money as you.
I
make more than you.
I make more than you.
It comes to me faster.
Exactly.
So why would I listen to you while I got cash in my pocket?
Exactly.
While there's nothing going on wrong in my life.
Exactly.
Why would I listen to you?
Yeah.
There's no, and then it works that way for the ladies too.
True.
It's like the playing field has been.
Yeah.
Been evened and leveled
because the amount of knowledge that's going around.
The knowledge,
yeah.
Also, the level of let's say virtuosity is not as high anymore.
True.
People are like,
you need to.
People are like, oh, I just need to get a dude so I can wear whatever I want to wear.
True.
I can be out here showing everything that I have.
Yeah.
And I can still get the same guys.
Yeah.
That the younger girls are getting.
Yeah.
And the reason why this is working, and I'm telling you that I feel like it's on us, is we find ourselves wanting, guys, we find ourselves wanting just anything. We're accepting anything.
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It used to be like, man, I can't touch Miss Jones from down the street.
Yeah.
She too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She may be a couple years older than me, but I revere her.
Enough.
I remember her husband.
Exactly.
I'm not going to go there.
I'm not going to go there. Exactly.
Now it's like she is out here in whatever she wants. Forget the respect.
Yeah, exactly. They forget respect.
Forget it. It's like integrity and respect are out the window. So now the playing field is wide open for everybody to jump in. And then you wonder why you don't have any good examples because everybody can play.
Exactly. Everybody can play.
Everybody's getting a participation award.
Exactly.
Everybody's getting it.
Yeah, everybody can play the game, man. It's I was talking to my friend just a few minutes ago, right? And he's 50, no kids, no, never been married. And he's like, trying to talk about the process of finding like a mate. I'm like, bro, it's gonna be hard for you because you like a woman's gonna look at you like, yo, you're a player. You made no commitments to any woman. You don't have any kids, so you never had no baby mamas. And you never been married. So you're at 50, you're like, you got to find somebody who is 50 like you or close into, who doesn't want any kids or had kids, who are going out and they're just fine with the fact that you're where you're at. And then you gotta build from that point. But for him, it's like people see him like, oh, it's like a liability. It's interesting because he's kind of, I don't want to say it was a player. It wasn't a player, but
right.
You know what I'm saying? But at least he's a Christian, so I know he's kind of very cautious. I said, you might be just too picky, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might be just too picky.
You gotta jump in this pool where everybody else hopping in.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then the assumptions.
Yeah.
And then the assumptions that you're gonna meet somebody.
Yeah.
With all your criteria.
It's not gonna happen.
And just
no one's perfect, that's why.
Like, no, because it ain't even nobody's perfect. I feel like just because you got a person with everything on your list doesn't mean that they're not going to change something about
that's the thing
about themselves later that might not work on your list no more.
That's what I'm saying, because you can have a perceived notion that this person is this right now, and this person could, like, down the line, 20 years from now, they're not even this person at all.
If you're planning to be married to this person, this is where we're going with this conversation.
Yeah.
If you're planning to be married to this person, it's going to be like, it's going to be different. If you plan on them to stay the same,
they're not.
It's not.
They're gonna change.
Not in this day and age.
Yeah.
Things move way faster.
Yeah.
People are getting a lot more information to their phones.
Yeah.
They're listening to people. They're digesting content. And this content isn't always the best.
Yeah.
It's anybody's content. I was just watching a TikTok live, and the lady was talking about how she's so authentic, but people are coming on there.
Yeah, she's so authentic.
I'm like,
yeah.
I take everything with a grain of salt. So I'm like, hold on. You talking about authentic, and people are coming onto her page and reporting her for talking about having pillars of being good at what you do.
Okay.
Like just having certain things like standards in your life to make everything else work.
Okay.
And she says she just talks about that and she gets reported.
Really?
But you can have, Lala and TT and Boo Boo shake they tail in front of you.
Twerking and all that garbage.
Twerking. You can have people selling any type of hair with all type of parabens, all type of toxic stuff in it. They can sell you that all day. They can sell you plastics that mess up your body. They can sell you scents that mess up your nervous system.
Yeah.
But you get somebody on there talking about how to do better for yourself, and you can be reported.
That's crazy. That's why the world is like upside down. You know what's so weird now?
Wonky, bro.
It's strange to me now. If you go to the Revelations 13:3, it talks about the fact that the beast talks about the Antichrist being wounded mortally but getting healed. So that it kind of is weird. I'm not calling Trump the Antichrist, but it was very strange that it came up in my head because I had seen some other movies before that were like kind of around that whole Antichrist type of thing going on. But it did talk about the fact that the world was in awe of the person like getting like healed, and then people start worshiping this guy. And people do worship Trump.
Look, bro. Yeah. My problem with this is though we be picking antichrists.
I know, right? Like they switch from Obama.
Look, bro. Obama, Trump,
Ronald Reagan.
Let's go. I mean, we pick antichrists, bro. Like. If we go back to like our parents' days, I'm pretty sure there was the guy that shot Martin Luther King was probably an Antichrist one day.
Exactly.
If we go back further than that, Hitler was probably the Antichrist. I mean, that would be a better representation of of Antichrist than anything.
Exactly.
But then you got, so we go back, they go this. I keep saying, I'm working on
He's working on it. He's start working on it.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you when I get into my my level up for the week, you guys will know why I'm saying I gotta stop saying and you know what's so funny you should say that. Is it why? Because Tom Clancy has a book, right? And in the book it's like Red October, right? And one of the books he has one of the gentlemen who's around the circle with the president, and it could be Red October, but it's in Tom Clancy's books. All right, so Tom Clancy says there's a guy who speaks to the president. And he has no ums and no ahs when he talks. So every time you say that or I hear it, I'm thinking, oh, there's individuals out there who don't have no ums and no ahs. Who don't have the ums and ahs. They have practiced it.
Yeah.
There's an organization that I'm kind of into right now, and I believe that even this podcast helped me to do good on my first day there. So I'm gonna tell y'all about my level up a little bit later. But Toastmasters, man,
Toastmasters,
don't ruin the surprise, dog.
Because I was, hey, listen, I said it could only be.
It could only be Toastmasters.
He never told me. I just like,
oh my gosh. I get invited. So my level up this last week was Toast. I went to a Toastmasters meeting. Now I thought this was going to be completely boring. And I was like, oh, this is going to be tough.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hold on.
Okay.
They were like, okay, we got random topics. 3 new people today. And I was like, I didn't know it was a random topic. So the first person went up and she gave the I don't know what they call it, but they give you a situation and they ask you to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I write down the first one, right? So I'm gonna get myself ready because I'm the third person.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then they switch the topic for the second person, and I'm like, hold on, I gotta write it down. Like, I was like, hold on, my brain put together like, I'm gonna get a whole new topic, right as I'm being called up.
Yeah, right. I was prepared before, but now
I'm like,
exactly.
Oh, what do I do?
Exactly.
So I lean on everything that I've always had to lean on, being in front of people, talking in front of people, being a music teacher, having to give out, speeches at graduations and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I had to lean on some of those strengths to get through it. There were some ums, there were some ahs, there was a little bit of a repetition of a thought.
Okay.
But I made it through.
Okay.
All right. I had like 3 minutes to speak.
Okay.
And just so happened, my wife is the ah counter. So she counts ahs, repeated phrases.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yes. So she joined. I'm thinking about joining because being up there and realizing that you are using ahs, it means it's a little annoying, but at the same time, I know I'm leveling up my speech. Yeah. And I love to hear people talk without having to go, well, you
understand.
I'm like, yo, stop saying and I'm like, I started hearing it once I started realizing what was going on.
Yeah.
So without further ado, my level up last week was going to a Toastmasters and actually doing pretty good. Not just according to my wife.
Yeah.
I actually did pretty good at the Toastmasters, but I believe it's because we get on this camera every week.
Yeah.
We work on hearing ourselves.
Correct.
And knowing that we can speak better, or I'm going to use a really bad word, we can speak weller than everybody else.
Speak weller.
We can speak weller. New word of the week on the D&D Level podcast, weller. We speak weller. Bestest. You know what I'm saying? The bestest of all times. So that was a big level up for me last week. But getting back to our other point, right? We always pick, we be picking Antichrists. We be like, that seems close.
Yeah.
That seems close.
Yeah.
Like, we picked Mark of the Beast.
Supposedly someone told me.
I had a friend that was like, I had a friend. Well, I have a friend. And his father used to say, or his grandfather used to say, that that your social security number was the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Now it's the chips that you put in your hand.
In your hand, it implants you. Yeah. It's supposed to be the mark on your forehead, supposedly.
Then at one point it was like Apple.
Yeah.
Cell phones taking your picture all the time was mark of the beast.
And then, oh my gosh, bro, I have a friend of mine. So I don't know if you noticed this though. Like if you look at McDonald's, Amazon, like there's a smile. Oh, that smile is like not a smile. Everywhere. Like it's in different places.
It's not a smile.
What is it? Oh,
it's a member.
I know what it is now. I know what it is, but it looks like a smile. But if you look across like a lot of multiple brands, they had that little smiley face in it.
Yeah.
Like it's across all the brands. Like they have it somewhere. We know what the Amazon thing. We want to get into that. Because we're manly. I just talked to my friend about this stuff about these yesterday, and I was like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? We just stay away from it.
Stay away from that.
Stay away from it.
It's crazy the stuff they hide in the logos.
Yeah, man. They hide a lot of stuff.
Like yeah.
You know,
a lot of stuff to catch you up. Now we're getting way into that.
We're going to go too far.
But you were talking about Julio Fulio,
man. So this is crazy, man. To me, so Julio Fulio, he lived in Jacksonville, famous rapper. He had about 950,000 listeners monthly on Spotify.
Whoa,
bro, 950,000.
That's a lot.
Almost a million
Guys, that's not small. That's not small. Just because it's below $1 million doesn't. Yeah, that's a lot of people listening to you a month.
Monthly. And so this dude, of course, besides him and Enchanting, who had like, I think she had like 100 something or 300 or something like that. Spotify users like per monthly too as well. She died from a drug overdose, but he got shot in Jacksonville, actually in Tampa. Sorry, he got shot in Tampa at a Holiday Inn, like trying to celebrate his birthday. He went from one Airbnb, advertised that he's there with people, you know what I'm saying, and telling everybody online, social media, with all his ops looking out.
Ops.
All his ops. For all the people who are not in hip hop world, opposition.
There's opposition. People that want to, you know,
take
hurt him,
want to hurt you out,
want to make sure he's gone.
Exactly. So suppose he had money on his head, which means they have a contract on you to kill you.
Wow.
So that was like $100,000 at the time that he heard of. He said, I think it was like $100,000. He was like, that's probably $100,000. I hear it in the streets.
Oh.
So this is like I think it's like his third attempt, like really getting like almost killed. And he said a message like, you know, I think God is trying to tell me something. You know what I'm saying? That he's got me. And he was talking about God. But interesting thing is that Julio Fully was into a lot of voodoo type of stuff too.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And he used to do a lot of trolling other people. And also like, you know, a lot of his rap is based on like, you know, talking about dead people. Talking about other his ops, talking about dead homies and dancing on their graves and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that energy that you put out is going to come back to you.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And then he knew, like, staying in Jacksonville as a rapper, he was, like, known as one of the most hated rappers in his hometown. Like, he could have moved. Every other rapper, DJ Vlad was like every other rapper who's successful who came out of there moves. And now they're alive. Why aren't you moving? Oh, man, I just love my hometown. But you know, if you leave out here, you might be able to live, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the craziest part is that this isn't just a regular city, y'all.
Yeah.
Jacksonville has a very high crime rate.
Exactly. One of the most dangerous cities.
One of the most dangerous cities in Florida.
Correct.
Jacksonville.
I think what you said was like 16th in the state.
It's something like that. It's very high. It's like one of the cities there is like number 1 in the state for being the most dangerous parts.
Here in Florida, but then in general in the United States.
In general in the United States, I think like 16.
Exactly.
Like it's very, very high up there, guys.
Exactly.
Jacksonville isn't a place. It's not a play place.
Exactly. Well, I didn't even know it was like that.
Oh, it's certain, man. It's bad.
Bad. So this guy, of course, his ops. You know, it took like maybe 3 hours to get there. So somebody decided to drive 3 hours to come and get you.
He decided somebody just from
either
Jacksonville to Tampa,
wherever the persons came at, they drove 3 hours to get him. I don't know if it's 3 hours to get from Jacksonville, but according to the statistics or the documents or people who were reporting, said the shooters who came, it took them 3 hours to get there.
Wow.
So they wanted to get this individual. They were looking to get. I mean, you know how much energy or mindset you gotta have to be like, yo, we seen this guy on we're gonna drive 3 hours.
3 hours to come and get you.
That's a lot of commitment. You gotta either a lot of somebody hates you a lot.
Man, what did you do?
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not even going. I can't even say what did you do now.
Yeah.
Because we so the today's people so sensitive about stuff, bro.
Yeah.
That and we played so many games. We played so much of the GTAs.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The games like that we make it's possible now.
Yeah.
It's something that you can possibly do. Get in your car and go hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Because you done seen it done in a game so much times.
Exactly.
Like you done seen so much violence in your life. There used to be something that we just thought soldiers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was like, the early movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Where soldiers would come back and be like, yeah, I could still go in.
Yeah.
I still got the thirst to go.
Yeah.
To go handle situations. But now, like kids got reality. It's like a small version of PTSD where they think they can just go hurt anybody. It's possible. It's attainable.
It's attainable. You know what? I was looking at this other thing where it was on this show. And what's Jennifer Lawrence show? And this guy was on there talking about young black men. He says it's easier for them to attain a handgun than to attain a job. So then they're gonna handle all we talk about toxic masculinity. You're gonna handle all your emotions based on having a gun.
Right.
That's why, I don't have a gun, because I know my personality. I'm not going to be able to, in those situations, I'm not going to fare well if I know my emotions can get out of check.
Right.
If you know your emotions can get out of check with a handgun, you're going to hurt somebody, because there's a reason for you having it, either protecting yourself or doing damage to somebody else. And then if there's no reason, you might create a reason for it.
You might create a reason to hurt somebody. It's too easy, and I'm not just saying this because of the games. It's the music.
Yeah.
It's part of the culture now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody talks like a certain culture.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
They try and move like us, and now they claiming it as themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's just a really bad, mean, ugly spirit. It's an evil spirit on it, and they don't need a certain group of people to claim it for it to actually live.
Exactly.
It's
so I was looking at this dude, Terrence Gangster Williams. You ever seen him?
No.
He's affiliated with Birdman. He's talking about chopping up people, and he said, "Oh, I did that in the past." He got bodies on him and then killed people. He was like, "Oh, I was gonna kill Birdman if he did this," and I had to pick between him because I seen this guy was gonna do and he's talking about it like this is regular stuff.
No.
And I'm like, yo, you shouldn't be on a platform, bro.
Hey, bro. You know
what I'm saying?
It's happening everywhere. They not like us.
Yeah.
In the verse of they not like us,
mm-hmm.
Kendrick is saying that his Oakland show might be his last one.
What? This
is a song that's being played that has a record on Spotify. I mean, breaking records on Spotify right now.
Yeah.
And he can get on he's on there talking about how his Oakland, like Drake's Oakland show might be his last.
What?
Almost verbatim.
Like put it trying to basically
saying like, oh, you come this way,
we're gonna handle you. Yeah.
The city, California, LA is trying to come handle that.
Yeah, that's that whole Biggie thing.
That's like
bringing back Biggie and Tupac.
Yes.
Right there. They're creating this situation.
Look, bro,
this is Biggie and Tupac all over again. Because somebody did try to invade Drake's house before, and one of the security guards got shot. So that happened already. That actually happened. So this is this is another version in this day and age of Tupac and Biggie. And then all the record companies, they're facilitating this. They're let this happen so we can make more money out of it.
The craziest part about it is I saw this panel with a rapper, I forget his name though, and they asked him, what do you think about the Kendrick and Drake beef? Uh-huh. And he's like, well, Spotify pays blah, blah, and blah, blah. And Taylor Swift is out here fighting to get us more money for our spins. And you guys are listening to two guys battle over nothing.
What are they battling for? I don't even understand what they're battling for.
You're watching two rich people battle.
Exactly. Two rich people who have nothing to do with you besides
nothing to do with you. You're watching them two battle, but I'm getting part of a cent for every spin.
Exactly.
For every stream, I'm getting part of a cent. I could have 1 million streams and only make I think it was like 20 grand or 40 grand for the 1 million streams.
Yeah, because this is stupid. It's stupid.
And they had Busta Rhymes talking about this also. It's like this is a big problem. Like they're selling all of the music of the world for $20 a month.
Yeah.
Which means that
everybody else gets shafted. Every musician, every songwriter gets shafted.
Like you've changed the entire music industry with that type of pay. Because now it's like, okay, the person with the masters.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you got the person who wrote it.
Yeah.
Then you got producer. Then you got engineer. Then you get down to musicians.
Exactly.
Oh no, singers.
Singers, yeah.
Musicians. Now all of that was set up on like a scaffolding. You've moved all of them down.
Yeah, everybody's down
to a different pay grade. That whole industry has been moved, and people want to argue about two rich people arguing over radio rates, having a battle.
Exactly. What are they arguing about?
I don't know, bro.
I don't even know what they're arguing about.
I think so. I'm not even going to go into this because I don't get it because there's going to be a lot of people.
I just got the A minor thing. I literally just got the A minor thing. I was like, what is he talking about? Because we're musicians, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking A minor. Oh, he's saying A. She's a minor. I was like, what? Oh, I just got it.
Oh,
that's what he was saying.
You just got me another one too.
Yeah, because he was saying in the song, he was saying
we're still breaking down this song 3 months later.
I was like trying to figure out the song first of all because he was like BBL, like what BBL? So it means that Drake had some stuff done to his body, his back, and then he was saying that he was messing around with minors or young kids or young girls or whatever. And then I was like, hey, minor, what are you talking about? He said he struck a chord. Right? Struck a chord. You know, you strike a chord is basically you strike a chord, right? Musically on a guitar, piano, and it could be in A minor, it could be B minor, it could be C minor, what you call it. But by him saying a minor is a person who's under the age of 18 who's not an adult. Right. So he's messing with minors. So I was like, oh, I just got it after hearing it like 100 times.
Oh, you'd be very surprised. How many black keys are A minor?
What? 8, 7?
Come on, bro. A minor.
A minor, okay.
How many black keys?
Any black keys? None.
So he's calling him white.
Oh my God.
He's calling him all white. Oh, but what I thought you were getting to, because I thought you knew what I just said.
Oh my God.
Was the A part is because he's Canadian.
Oh,
I thought that might be it too.
Oh my God!
I don't know. I like this song because it makes people think a little bit. It makes people come up with stuff, and that's why I think it's got so many spins.
It's
what
it is.
It's not the hate on it. It's the creativity.
It's like the intellectual stuff. And listen, I'm more of a Drake fan than a Kendrick fan. But to be honest with you, like Kendrick, like he really put some stuff in there, man.
Dog, hey, yeah. And then they get to a part of someone going, hey, run for your life. Hey.
That's what I'm saying.
You know the hey part? Yeah. Some people are saying that's because Cosby was out here, you know what I'm saying, messing around with people.
Oh,
that's what that come from the Fat Albert thing.
What? Oh my God.
Hey. Bro. And then she said, then the next part is like, OVO. I
know, because OVO, that's his company.
Right? But also then he says, now stab this way, stab that way, stab this way. Now who else with a rap with minors sings like that with the stab this way?
Is that Cuban?
R. Kelly.
Oh my God! This is blowing my mind. Step this way, cause step to the left, step to the right. Oh my gosh, bro.
The combo,
bro. Oh my gosh,
it's the combo for me, bro.
We need to do a whole podcast just on this song.
Now,
this is ridiculous.
Creativity wise, this is crazy. Now, for the culture wise, it is distracting.
It is distracting.
We have a whole president.
It just almost got
killed. And we have already created posts to make fun of it.
And now I'm gonna have to go look it up now that you said that. But bro, this whole Kendrick Lamar is like, bro,
I don't know who he got genius, with.
Bro. Is he writing these songs or somebody else?
Then you gotta watch somebody break down the video.
Gosh, I didn't even see the whole video yet because I was like, I've been seeing portions of the video.
You gotta watch somebody break down the video.
Yeah,
it's a lot of stuff. That you could correlate with different things, but at the same time, we're so into this, and we're at the bottom of the totem pole being the musicians of getting to pay for this, for these guys.
Yeah,
it's a total distraction from what's going on. It is entertaining.
Yeah, it is entertaining.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it's entertaining.
Yeah, it is.
Now the stuff that we find entertaining is getting really bad nowadays. It's like anything.
It's like anything goes, and I was looking at the whole situation, like even with the stuff that we never used to have to deal with. Like Enchanting just died. She's 26 years old. Fulio died 26 years old this past month or so. Like we never usually had to deal. Well, now the Fulio thing because rappers die all the time. You know Apparently, it seems like it's normal now. Like a rapper die every month.
It's like, okay, all right. You know who's my next? Who's next?
Who's next on the list?
Oh my gosh!
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say anybody's name because I don't want them to. I don't want anything to happen to them. But you know what? So, but it's weird. But it's weird. You know, Charleston White was like, yeah, he worked hard to get killed. You know what I'm saying? Because this man was like doing everything you want to do to get killed. Like you putting yourself in positions to get killed. It's like you must have obviously didn't want your life because like you don't post. You should have known from Pop Smoke. Don't post your position. Don't post your location. You should have known that from YNB Rock?
Nah.
PBN Rock?
Y'all want to talk? Let's bring it full circle, man.
Yeah.
That's toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
That right there, where you don't care about your own life to the point where you believe you can just broadcast anything and not be touched.
Exactly.
That's toxic masculinity.
That's toxic masculinity.
Because it turns into a whole lot of other things if you actually make it through.
Yeah.
A bunch of people trying to take your life. It makes you think you're a monster, man.
Exactly.
It gets crazy. That's the toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Straightening somebody out about a situation that is happening and it's affecting me and you.
Yeah.
That's not toxic, guys.
That's not toxic.
That's just
talking.
Just
being a man.
That's just being a man.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
moving on.
I ain't gonna be your friend.
It ain't like I'm finna hurt you to not agree with you. I just don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, if I say I don't agree with you, throwing words at it. I'm like, what's supposed to do with this? What's
it's weird,
but these words you're just throwing at?
It's so weird. You know, a funny thing you should say that. So, like in this time and age, like if you disagree with somebody, you're wrong, they're right, and there's nothing they want to say about it.
It's a fight. It
fight.
means you're after my life if you don't agree with me.
Exactly.
And it's not like that. I just don't agree with you.
You hate me because you don't agree with me.
Like because you don't agree with me. Like what?
No. I just don't agree with what you say.
Can we have a conversation?
Exactly. We have a conversation.
Can we agree to disagree?
Exactly.
What happened to that, man? We need to bring that back.
You need to bring that back.
Can we agree to disagree? Like, I don't believe in what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Go our separate ways.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that we got to fight now.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't mean that we have to take each other's life because we don't agree on the subject.
It's so weird to me. It's like, even with the situation with the Julio Fulio, one of the guys asked him, between him and Young and Ace, it's like, can you guys resolve this? He said, it might get resolved. I don't know. I said, what would resolve it? It's like, we need to sit down and talk about it. And I think they said, well, they're talking about this, they're talking about this. But one time he said, we're young men. We're on a positive tip. We didn't even really think about that. But the thing about it is that it feeds into these people's energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's almost like the whole Kevin Samuels thing. Kevin Samuels was doing all these videos that was all about men, all nice. He was nice. Good.
Yep.
The minute, like, he saw something, it was like, oh, women are like my key. You know what I'm saying? I say this stuff to women and they get mad. I'm gonna stay on that. And then he just takes it and runs with it because that's what's making it in the money.
Right.
And then the same thing with Fulio. He's like, yo, I could do other, like, they're like, can't you do anything else but this? He's like, I want to, but like, I'm in it. Like, literally, this is what causes it. Like, people want this.
This is the same way. This is the same way Charleston White explains himself.
Yeah.
He's like, man, this is my character.
Yeah.
This is the character I am when I'm on your show. Yeah. This is what you call for. This is what got me rich. This is what got my wife paid off that and paid off that.
Yeah.
Acting like I'm acting right now is what was making me rich. Y'all didn't want to talk to me when I was going to the Senate, when I was sitting in on this board and sitting in on that meeting. Nobody wanted to pay me no attention.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, as soon as I started talking like this, y'all got a problem.
Yeah.
But y'all also don't have a problem with rappers talking about killing other people's families and hurting other people's families.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have a problem with that. Y'all don't have a problem with the rapper selling drugs and talking about it on the song for a nation to hear. But y'all have a problem with me not dealing with your foolishness. I don't want to deal with it that way. You got a problem with me talking to you a certain way. I don't want to talk to this certain sex right now because I don't want to. I believe that we don't talk on the same frequency. I shouldn't be talking to you. I need to be talking to another. Talking to another man that can reason with me. And talk some intelligence about it.
Exactly.
Now, my craziest moment for Charleston White was when he was on. What's the football player guy?
Shannon Sharp.
No, not Shannon Sharp. I'm an other guy. Cam.
Okay.
He was on Cam Newton's.
He
was on Cam Newton's show, and Cam was getting mad about how he was talking about how he would handle a woman and this, that, and the other. Then he was like, "Y'all wasn't mad when Blase Blah was talking about killing and shooting, and when y'all was mad at me about talking about this dead man, but that dead man also was out on bond for killing somebody else's family." And then put it on the radio.
Is that King Von?
Put it on King Von, and then you put it in a song.
That's what I'm saying.
He's admitting to having killed somebody else's family, and you guys are cool with him doing that.
Yeah.
But when I get on here and talk, my talk, oh, it's got to stop. Yeah. Your delivery is off.
Exactly.
Oh, I gotta come. Like I ain't got. He's like, I ain't got to do nothing.
That's where everything is messed up. Because when I was looking at this Terrence Gangster Williams talking, he's talking like, yo, he just did this yesterday, and then he's willing to do it like right now. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, like you don't need to have a platform. You're a killer. You're killing people. I don't agree with what you're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why are we putting you on a pedestal? And someone's talking to you about it like this is normal. Like he's talking like, yeah, man, I had like 15 or 20 bodies. Man, if I had to do something, I had to cut them up. I had to do that one time. I had to chop up somebody's lips. I would use like, you know, one of those with the chainsaw instead of like some other thing to chop them. I wouldn't use a machete. I'm like, yo, you don't deserve to be speaking right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't.
Because you have no regard for human life, and you're not a good representative for anybody to be like making you famous. You're not doing anything that's contributed to society.
It's absolutely insane, man. Yeah. I like characters like Charleston Wright because they flip it on the, like if you listen long enough, he flips what you think is like, oh, that's absolutely horrible. You're talking about a dead man, but this dead man just killed somebody else's family.
Exactly. Why are he said you got pictures of King Von all over there and this man has murdered people's family. He said, what about her mama? What about the person's mother, their father, their sister, their brother? You don't think about them. You think, oh man, I'm listening to his music and it's all dope in my ears. All you hear, there's a rapper. I can't remember, man. I'm gonna remember later. He's a famous rapper, bro, and he was lamenting the fact that he had put so much garbage in people's ears. Man, he was like, man, he said, I wish I could take it back. Like he said, I put out so much evil into the world, like in their ears. He said, all I can think about is all the garbage that just keeps going in people's ears. I did that, and I could never take it back. And I made all the money from it.
Look, man, Ice Cube had a moment like that.
Yeah.
On an interview, and they were asking him like, why do people keep putting out? They were saying, why do you keep doing the music that you're doing? He said, he says, the industry is picking the music.
True.
That gets to be broadcasted.
True.
Like it isn't my fault that people apparently are liking this.
Yeah.
And wanting more of it.
Yeah.
I created it. I'm not the three companies that run. I'm not the gatekeepers that run and decide what gets broadcasted. Nobody went after these labels.
True.
For putting out trash.
Garbage.
Nobody went after those labels.
Yeah.
They saw that it worked. And
they make money.
And they made money. So I'm going to perpetuate that. I'm going to give him more money to get more people interested.
Because to be honest with you, it is actually perpetuating violence. You know, I love NWA. I love Ice Cube at the time. But, you know, the thing is, all that stuff, like, according to them, they're like, even Eazy-E is like, this is just fantasy stuff.
This is fantasy stuff.
It's not real. It's not real stuff. But
we started taking it to be real.
We started taking it to be real.
And living our life like that.
Exactly. Like, no one is really, like, even the gangsters, they take all, like, you know, there was another gangster, what's her name? It's like the Miss Blanco, Griselda Blanco. She took a lot of her cues from the movie and The Godfather. She even named her son Michael after Michael Corleone. A lot of the stuff is like, it's like, you know, like false appearance, like fiction. Yeah. Like, you know, just kind of basically taking it and making it real. And a lot of the stuff wasn't even real at all. They just took the fiction and just made it real. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely insane, guys. Stop believing in everything that you see.
Think.
Okay? Think. Listen with the ears.
Think before you speak.
You know?
Yeah. And before
Take
you
your
act
time.
too.
Before you act on these things.
Yeah.
Get yourself together. All right? And we're going to get ourselves together.
Yeah.
Right here on the D&D Leveling Up Podcast. And if you don't know, now you know. Deuces. All right.
That was dope as hell, bro.
Damn. We're good.
That was dope as hell.
Real good.
That was super dope. I guess we had to get it all out.
Yeah.
I feel like literally like This is like besides us doing this, is my therapy. Like I literally I need a podcast. I gotta
get this out. I gotta
get the podcast. Because we don't do the podcast for a while, but like, I don't know, bro.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? For real. Like, I'm like, yo, I need to get this stuff out of me so I can just breathe. Because it's like, I feel like it's cathartic for me to get the thoughts out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to get them out. And then when I get them out, I'm like, okay, I got it out for the week. At least we got the podcast.
We got the podcast now. You know wow. 2 for 1.
2 for 1. You know what I'm saying? We get it out and be like, okay, we get it out. It's done. At least, but then also get to open up about your feelings and talk about the things you need to get out. You know what I'm saying? This week was 2 weeks is rough as hell, bro. This whole situation is just rough.
Amen. I gotta figuring out this car thing.
I know. That's a car
I'm like, the world seems to be
against me.
coming to us all.
I don't even know if Jesus is coming back very soon, bro. I feel like he's coming back because I'm like,